The Youth World Food Garden project is a 6-workshop series that is all about sharing our cultural identity through food, growing food and cooking as well.
We got involved in this project when Sustain invited us to collaborate in co-designing this journey with youth from culturally diverse backgrounds.
And we decided to create this program as practical activities of our own veggie patch here at Oak Hill Food Justice Farm.
And the idea was to help them connect with their food identity, learn a bit about growing food and cooking food in a way that was meaningful to them.
The first phase of this project was to form a steering committee with people in our area that had worked with young people before.
Our biggest challenges in the beginning of the process was to recruit the group of young people.
I think a lot of, especially young people, don't really have this strong connection to food yet.
We underestimated the effects of the pandemic and how young people at this time were feeling isolated.
When I talk to my friends, I feel they're sort of in very similar situations in terms of like feeling very isolated in like socially and like community wise, and also like not knowing how to do a lot of life stuff and like not really having a space to like do things.
Even though we had the whole 6 workshops structured planned, the co-design process doesn't end there.
You have to constantly adapt and think about ways in which the young people are being engaged, and if they're not, how even in the moment you can immediately reconsider what we're doing or how we best showcase the themes or the ideas we're trying to talk about.
We had surveys done after each workshop to hear about what participants were learning and what they wanted from the rest of the experience. And we heard from them that what was really meaningful was the practical elements of being in the garden, of cooking together, of sitting to eat together. So we adapted some of the dynamics we had around discussing food system issues like food insecurity and food waste to be really conversations happening inside the process of cooking and gardening.
I probably enjoyed the cooking the most. I was scared of cooking, but I liked it the most because we got to eat at the end, and I liked sitting around like a table with everyone and just like talking and eating.
Yeah, I think it made a big difference that we do have this community feeling, that there's everybody coming together at the end of every workshop and we're sitting together at the table and eating the food that we cooked and that we harvested, and it just gives this feeling of a family sitting together on a table and just enjoying their dinner, and it just made me feel very welcome. And
it felt like a sense of community, like a community dinner. I love that. I love that a lot.
Food is something so important for everyone. You eat 3 times a day and everybody needs to eat, but I feel like not many people actually worry about where their food comes from. But once you learn about it a bit more, you understand how important it is.
I love having spaces like this where like anyone can be, and you know, I don't know, if you go to a mall you're supposed to buy things, but if you go to a garden you can just be there. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense.
I feel like this is just the beginning, because when we get these first experiences with growing food and cooking and being empowered to talk about our food cultures, this is just the start of a bigger transformation.
Before I came here, I had never grown a plant at all. So coming here, I've learned like how to like raise them from a seed to like a full crop and to harvest.
I'm definitely taking a lot of skills from this workshop regarding gardening and cooking and just being comfortable in the kitchen and around food, but also knowledge about food movements.
Transplanting from like a container into the ground and things like that from seedlings.
Just in the garden, harvesting food, growing it, sowing it, and making sure to look after the plants.
I've learned like how to compost, what can go in the compost. I've learned like how to make good healthy soil.
a lot of knowledge about local food as well, like communities and places where people can get their food and come together to grow food together.
Yeah, everything I know I've learned from here. So.
And it also makes me think about it twice maybe before I buy something, to look where it comes from.
I sort of just started from zero and I got a lot out of this.
But there's also so many ways to just quickly cook something that is much healthier than what you can get around the corner.
I volunteer here now, so I come every week on Monday. So I'm really used to coming here. It's kind of like my routine now, and I really like it here.
If there was another workshop like this, I would definitely join again, and I would maybe even bring a friend.
Yeah, that's it.